Welcome back to VTOL VR. I am really glad you guys are enjoying this because I love this game. I've just kind of messed around, played with some things. If I use the smooth look, my last video was, it was like this, it was like really zoomed in, but if I use the smooth look option, it gives you the perspective I have. So it should be a little bit better. I can also change it to 100. I just thought 100 was a little crazy. But you may like 100, and if you do, I'll leave it at that. But until then, I'm going to leave it at 60, because this is pretty much exactly what I see. So, alright. So basically, what I'm going to do is, I've got a couple different bombs on this plane. I have brought the GBU-38, which is a GPS-guided bomb, and the GBU-12, which is a laser-guided bomb. So we're going to start off with the GBU-38. I'm going to shut this thing up. And we're going to flip around here.
Autopilot off.
Slow down just a hair.
Autopilot off.
And we're just going to go practice a little bit with the bombs. I'm going to show you some of the way the bombs work on this plane. And in the next video, I think I'm going to actually fly the, I think it's the F-45. It's kind of based off the F-35 in real life. With some little differences here and there. So what we're going to do, there's an aerial target right there. What we're going to do is right over there in that city, right along the shoreline, or right along the, whatever that's called, shoreline, I guess. There are some targets. So I'm going to switch here, and let me get my mouse off my leg. Alright. Let's see what we got here. So basically, go into the targeting, and we're going to turn this on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit head twice, and you can see you could actually use your, like the visor and stuff. What I'm going to use is this, so basically I just use the thumbstick, and I'm going to lock onto my target. Okay, and we'll zoom it in. And it looks like my target is some sort of, maybe artillery. Some sort of artillery. They're not hostile right now. I mean, they are, but they're not going to, like, shoot at me. Nothing's going to shoot at me because it's just practice. So, once you're locked onto this, and starting off with the GBU-38s, which are, like I said, GPS guided. So what we're going to do is we're actually going, now that we're locked on, we're going to hit this GPS send. It's going to send over to my GPS coordinates. Now, we're ready to fire, we're ready to release our bombs. So, I've got my master arm on, we're ready to rock. I'm going to get a little bit of distance so we can watch the show. And we get a little bit further. You can actually see the targets. Well, you could there for a minute, right down there on the corner. And get a little bit further here. But yeah, I'm loving the comments. I'm loving that you guys are talking to me, giving me pointers. I actually got some pointers. I think her name was Ben. I'm sorry if I'm wrong on that. I'll correct myself in the next video if I am. I'm pretty sure it was Ben. Gave me some pointers on the lighting on the carrier, how to read it, how like yellow it should be the norm, you know, green is one way, red's the other. So I've been practicing a little bit off camera with the carrier, and I'm going to have to remember that because I'm not doing it right because I get green every time. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to flip around here, and you'll see in the outer ring, there's an outer ring and there's an inner ring. Inside the outer ring, it's accurate, but inside the inner ring, it's going to be pretty much spot on. And what we're waiting for is a little diamond, just a little diamond to appear. And once that diamond appears, we have to wait for it to go down and into the inner circle. Once it's in the inner circle, these two illuminating lights will kick on, and that will let me know that I'm clear to drop my bombs. So we're just going to stay lined up here, and we're going to wait for that signal. Should be any minute. Any minute now. There we go. There's the diamond. So basically, right now I could drop it, but it wouldn't be perfect. And I'm sorry, these illuminating lights will not come on for the GPS. That is for the laser guided. That's my fault. Sorry about that. Alright, the bomb has been released. We'll watch the show. There it is on the zoom on the camera. And we should have a direct hit. Boom! There she goes. And that's pretty much that's the GBU 38. I mean, it's very simple to use. You just literally lock on, and now that that target's gone, I can just go in and delete my, I can delete the entire thing if I wanted to. Very simple bomb to use. So now I'm going to switch over and I'm going to show you the laser bomb, which is pretty much the same thing minus this. You don't have to worry about this. The cat's just knocked something down. I don't know what it was, but I'll find out in a minute. Alright, so let's pull this out a little bit here. What I'm going to do is we're going to go after the same targets. Actually, is there any mobile targets? I'm curious if this works on mobile targets. Very good. Those guys mobile. Those guys might be mobile. Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to try, I'm going to try this on these guys. I haven't tried this before. Being laser designated, as long as that's aiming at it, the bomb should, or the missile should adjust itself to the target, in theory. Alright, so we're going to head straight off this way. Should be along that road right there, but the problem is we got the hill in the way. I'm going to try to come in at an angle where I can see past the hill. We'll go ahead and get this lined up. Gimbal limit, so it's facing the wrong way. Alright, should be back in here somewhere. Targets. Should be right in there. There we are. There, we got one right there. So all I should have to do, in theory, is that. I'm locked on. I'm ready to rock. I'm going to turn. The plane's actually blocking the camera. That's what that is. And let's go for the middle one. I want to try to get a couple of guys with this one. And we're waiting for the same thing. Now, this one is going to be different. This is actually going to be the one, and you can see I'm locked on there. This one should be different. These two here should illuminate, letting me know I'm ready to fire. So we're coming in. There's the diamond, just like in the GPS. We got the illuminating light, but I'm going to wait for it to go in the center circle. We're in, bomb's gone. Can't actually see it. I would imagine you'd be able to. We're just going to kind of wait. We're just going to kind of fly around these little guys and see what happens. There they are in the group right there. You can see the little red markings. Oh yeah, look at that. And I think we got a couple too. Yeah, we got, looks like 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, that is that is very satisfying right there. That is very satisfying. So you only got the one. Looks like you only got maybe the one left. Yep, just the one right there. Oh no, 2. There's 2. So, and that's the GBU-12. That's a laser guided bomb. So I'm guessing the GBU-38 would be used more for like stationary targets, whereas the GBU-12 you would want to use for moving targets, because if you lock in a GPS and that target, so if I lock here and that target's still moving, obviously I'm not going to hit that target unless I can pinpoint where he's going to be. But the last thing I want to do in this video, since it's kind of, those were 2 very short little things, is I want to show you the refuel plane. So I've gave myself a lot less fuel than I normally do. And what we're going to do is, I don't know if you can see it, but way out there in the distance, there is a big giant plane. And he's got a big boom on the back, and we're pretty much just going to hook up to him. I'm going to disarm my missiles and stuff before I end up launching it by accident. And we're just basically going to hook up to the guy. So we're going to fly on over there. The only thing that's wrong here, and I'm still, like I said, I'm still working with it. I'm not sure what happened. It used to not be like this, but it is now. Is using this smooth look. I cannot, like, if I drop my hood down, you shouldn't be able to see this. There should be no different. That is something I'm going to have to work on. I've been looking up things. I found a few things, but they just haven't worked for me. So I'm not really sure what's going on. But I will get that. I will get that fixed. Might just take some time. All right, so we're going to slow up. I want to approach him kind of slow. So basically, if you look off the front, this little nozzle right here on the front of the plane, is it's actually the fuel port. So what we'll do is we'll open it up, and that boom is going to connect to that fuel port, and you pretty much just have to fly perfectly with the plane. There's a little give, not much, and while he fuels me up. Also, I made a very noob mistake when I took off in the first video. AB popped up right here. Yeah, that's Afterburner. I was tired that night, I'm sorry. Alright. This is the big plane here. I'm probably going to get awfully quiet. This takes a little bit of concentration and a lot of patience. Because you don't want to zoom in on him real quick. So we're going to just kind of sneak up. I'm not really sure what speed he's going, but I'm catching up quickly. Bleed off some speed here so we don't go past him. Alright. Easy now. See, the green means left. Okay. So green is left. I'm assuming this is going to have similar... okay, so up. Okay. I'm assuming this is going to have similar markings on the bottom, the lighting pattern on the front of the plane there, as the carrier did. So yellow's probably good, actually. Yellow's probably good. Alright. Basically, that little nozzle right there needs to hook onto this right here. But now there is a guy sitting up there in the real planes who will control the boom. So we should be at a good altitude. We've got a yellow illuminating light. It's not red, it's not green. So we're gonna ease it in here. He's gonna hook up.
Contact. Hold it right there.
And we have to hold this here. And you can see he's filling. I can't point at it, but right there, right on the right side by the autopilot, you can see the fuel going up. So we're successfully fueling. Staying with him. And I might break off early because it's taking a long... There we go.
Disconnecting.
I'm going to break off early because that's going to take a while to fill up. So then we'll break off, close the fuel port, and off we go. Thank you, N46-2KC. I'm not sure what that plane is called in real life. I cannot remember. Can't remember that. Alright, so that's basically that. That's aerial refuel. That is the GBU 12 and GBU 38. Off my nose there is the carrier. And I think we'll end the video by landing on the carrier using the new technique of the yellow being the proper height, and right on the money. Still going to bleed off some speed. Alright. But basically, if you're new to my channel, I kind of upload. I've been very busy recently, so I kind of upload when I'm able to. It's going to be hopefully more often now than it was. I got really busy there. We've had a lot of overtime at work. I've had to work weekends, stuff like that. So, all right. Just going to carefully come on in here. I need to learn more of the specs on these planes. Like the proper landing, the proper flap usage, stuff like that. I might do some research tonight just to get a better, so I can, fly the plane a little more properly. Like I said in the next video, we're going to check out the VTOL with the F-45. And by the way, this is the FA-26B. Beautiful plane. It's actually my favorite plane in the game.
Landing gear.
Okay, landing gear down, hook down. I actually forgot to put my flaps down. Alright, so let's test this here. We want to watch the illuminating lights. So we got green right now. That should mean I'm too far to the left. So we need to go more to the right. I'm also too low. Alright. I think I'm too low. I'm not getting a proper reading. I'm still seeing the green. And make sure. Okay, see red, so I'm too low. I'm too low. Need to pull up. Green. There's a little bit of yellow in there. Well, that was a crappy landing. It's okay. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Especially with that new information, I'm going to start flying a little bit more and getting to know how to use that thing right over there. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about this. Like I said, this is 60. This is the field of view of 60. And then this is 100. Like I said, I think 100 is just a little too far away from this stuff. I think 60 is about, you know, right. You can still see everything, all my different equipment, all whatever. So, like I said, thanks for commenting down below. It's been fun talking to everybody. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. I plan to do a lot more VTOL and a lot more VR in general. So I will see you guys in the next video once I lean down and get my mouse and stare at the fuel tank. Oh, jeez.